This position is taken from a rapid play game played in 2019 between Stevanic and Herrera. Well, it's already very complicated, and here it really kicked off when white played c6. And black decided to ignore that with knight takes pawn. The bishop was taken, queen g5. And in this hellishly complicated position, white chose king f2. That wasn't actually the best move. And here black should have won the game. The question is how? This is your challenge. Black to play and win. Well, it's pretty deep. So this really is a good exercise in calculation. Black did pretty well in the game, but didn't get it quite right and ended up losing. Okay, are you ready? Here we go, black's play. Knight h1 check. So that has to be taken because if king e1, then queen h4. So rook takes knight. Now, the point of giving the knight was to allow the queen to come down to g2. Check. So king e1 gets checkmated in one, so with bishop h4, so king e3. Now, what's the material? Well, at the moment, white is 2 pieces up. And don't forget that passed pawn on b7. So black has to continue with forcing moves. Therefore, bishop g5 check. Now, the king can't run away across the d file because of the rook. So f4 is forced. And again, with black, you just have to continue with forcing moves. So I think because the line is absolutely clear, one could reach this point, I think, without too much difficulty. But it's finishing off that is perhaps the challenge. So in the game, black messed up with rook h4 check. The best move, the winning move, is queen f2. So this check prevents white's king from stepping back. In the game, rook h4 allowed the king back and, well, it should have ended in a draw, but basically white is okay there. So rook h4 is a mistake, but queen f2, check, prevents the king coming back to e3. So bishop f3. Now again, you've just got to keep forcing the king forward. e5 check. King takes pawn. Now here's a beautiful move, rook h5. If that's taken, then queen f6 mate. So king comes back to f4. g5. So you can see if the king comes here, then that's mate on h4. King e5. g4 check. Now if the king comes back, then queen f3 is mate. So the king steps forward, rook d6 and rook g6. Well, if you got that far, many congratulations. But actually, I think it is doable. I think one could foresee that continuation because it is a pretty straight line. There are a few little alternatives on the way. At this point, for example, king f5. But actually, this one is pretty simple. Once the king is dragged that far up the board, or king g4 and queen f4 mate. Okay, let's just go from the start. So this is the starting position. So knight h1. I'll give you the whole thing without variations so you can get the picture. Got to keep dragging the king up the board. And queen f2 is the key move. Stop the king coming back. And then we lure the king to its doom at the other end of the board. There we go. Rook g6 mate. Phew. Great stuff. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see the whole game, then do check out the link to chesspuzzle.net, and you'll find plenty more puzzles there to amaze and amuse you.